What is up, guys? Here from Madden YouTube channel. Today's video, we're going to be talking about the no-stick jetpack catch against man coverage. But before we get to the video, please do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you guys take the time to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the uploads coming your way here on the Madden YouTube channel. If you guys want to take your game to the next level in Madden 21, check out my strategy site, gridirongameplans.gg. Gridiron Game Plans is your one-stop source for all things competitive Madden. Every week in our Vault update, we take a look at the meta, or the most effective tactics available being used by pro players on the MCS circuit, breaking down not only how and why the pros do what they do, but most importantly, how you can counter those metas when you face them in online head-to-head gameplay. On top of that, your subscription also includes any and every offensive and defensive game plan released on the website while your subscription is active. So head over to gridirongameplans.gg. $9.95 per month unlocks the entire website. Okay, without further ado, let's get into today's video. We're going to be talking about the no-stick jetpack. This is something that was actually on Gridiron Game Plans in our Vault update earlier last month. So this is something that has actually been out on the website already, and I'm now sharing it with you guys on YouTube. Back in Madden 15, that was the last year that we had full control of our wide receiver to click on and get positioning on our own. In Madden 16, they unveiled the 3-button catch system, which was intentionally designed to make sure that a defensive back and a wide receiver played this dance of sorts where they rolled the dice and based it on different variables like jump, zone coverage if it's a zone play, man coverage if it's a man play, spec catch, catch in traffic, catch rating, route running, all kinds of different things went into what outcome you saw. And we've been living with this catch system, its pros and its cons, for the last basically 5-6 years. So being able to trigger a one-man catch on the ball where you know you're going to catch it or have the highest odds of catching it is something that is very, very important when you're playing Madden, and it's very, very difficult at the same time. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to introduce the no-stick jetpack. This is a aggressive catch on a comeback route that you are going to throw to a player with the mid-out elite, because this is roughly in that 10 to 20 yards downfield range. In fact, I throw this roughly at around 12, 13 yards downfield. And what you do is you wait for the comeback route, as I mentioned, to get about to the point 12 yards downfield, and you're going to throw a sideline pass lead and just hold Y. You see how Julio Jones turns around, auto strafes, and jetpacks this ball against the in the zone Jalen Ramsey on this play. So this is what we are looking for right here as a perfect example. Now, a pro tip with this particular pass is if you think about a thumbstick, it's a 360-degree rotational circle. That means that there are 360 potential pass leads that you could throw this with. The one that you want is straight to the sideline. So what you could actually do on this throw is use the D-pad, which has 4 true inputs: up, down, left, and right. So if you're throwing the ball to the right, you're going to press right on the D-pad as you're throwing the ball, and then you're just going to hold Y to aggressive catch, which is going to result in this jetpack animation with good body positioning. And if you have the mid-out elite, you see here, because the ball is spotted roughly on the 20, this ball is being caught roughly 17 yards downfield. That's smack dab in the middle of the mid-out elite area where you're going to get those catch in traffic one-on-one guarantees, or pretty darn close to it. So let me go ahead and show this to you again here. Let him get about 12, 13 yards downfield, sideways pass lead. You see that Julio Jones auto strafes. Now right there, Jalen Ramsey broke that up because he was in the zone. Let me go ahead and run commit real quick just to get Jalen Ramsey out of the zone, and we'll keep rolling here. So that should do it. Go out of bounds. Now, with this particular tip, I know what some of you are probably already thinking. Now let me go ahead and throw the ball away to Julio. There we go. That should be fine there. I know what some of you guys are thinking. You're probably thinking, well, what about those pesky 25-yard purple zones? So let's go ahead and show you. So we'll put those 25-yard purple zones on the field here, and I'm going to throw the same ball to Julio Jones. I'm get about 12 yards downfield, and there's the rocket catch, or the jetpack animation. Why does this work even with 25-yard purple zones? Well, the honest truth here is that this player, Leonard Floyd, cannot get out to the sideline fast enough to apply a catch and traffic penalty. You'll notice that purple zones actually drop into the seam before they get width out towards the curl area of the field. And this shuffle is way too slow allowing us time to throw the ball, as you see, over his head into the outside where he can't apply the catch and traffic penalty. I guess right here is just too far away, and the mid-out elite takes care of us. So if you're facing that pesky mid-blitz meta or the Mike Blitz Zero meta, where players are, you know, maybe even pressing and shading over the top and then putting those purple zones out on the field, and then they're just lurking right here with this player who's technically going to sit in center field, this is a great way to attack them, is to put the mid-out elite. Furthermore, the title update that just came out this week buffed the distance-based catch abilities. So short out, short in, mid out, and deep out have all received tuning to give you better catch and traffic rates on this. So simply put, if you can get the throw off, take the throw. You're going to get those aggressive catches against this coverage. And that was right there against press, shade over the top, which is the main way that players are playing. Now, some players will shade inside and shade outside as well, but you see here how this looks. No press animation. It gets to about, roughly 11 yards, and we're trying to get the ball out of the quarterback's hand right around 12, 13 yards, and we just hold Y. And he's going to strafe up in front and pluck this ball from in front of the one step ahead player for this jetpack. Now, I will say that there is a coverage that, in my opinion, is not great to throw this against. Fortunately, if you guys are playing weekend league, if you're playing MUT head-to-head seasons, you're going to get a lot of previous play. So you'll be able to tell if this is happening, but 2-man under is the coverage that I think this concept struggles against. And the reason for that, I believe, is due to the way that 2-man under is kind of programmed to play what's called trail technique. So they kind of sit a little bit further underneath the route, even if you're shading over the top out of it. It's kind of weird. So let me go ahead and show this to you here. So I'm going to shade over the top with Jalen. Go ahead and try it. And right there actually is a pretty good ball. I didn't get the jetpack, but you know, it does clearly look a little bit different. And I'll try to get the ball out with the right timing here. You see right there, that was the exact timing that I used where I'm getting the ball out roughly 11, 12 yards. We'll go into the replay to show you. 2-man under responds a little bit differently. So if you notice that your opponent is in 2-man under, be careful with this concept. You'll also notice that the shading on 2-man under is different versus the Mike Blitz. If you go back to the point where I showed the instant replay on Mike Blitz, Jalen Ramsey was offset to the inside about another like half a step. But right here, we'll go ahead and show you. I'm going to get this ball out. You see, like this ball's coming out right about 12 yards as Julio is getting to that mark. And he tries to get this animation, but Jalen's in perfect position due to the way that 2-man under aligns. So be careful with 2-man under. That is definitely the one that tends to play this a little bit better. So if somebody is using this against you, that is the counter. Go to 2-man under. But again, here, I show this, try to get the ball out. Julio are really unable to fight across the 2-man under to beat that. But if you're facing cover 1, if you're facing the cover 0 metas where they shade over the top, this is going to be a perfect counter. And as I showed you, the purple zones don't really get out there. So we'll go back into like cover 1 robber here. Safety in a purple zone might be good enough to get out there, but linebackers definitely don't get out there quick enough. So again, you see right here, here's like cover 1. You see how Julio actually like runs to the inside and goes and gets it. So it's definitely 2-man under that is the actual counter where the DB will play it, but cover 1 and cover 0 don't have a shot. And you see right here, go ahead and rotate this around, hitting about this 12-yard mark, and Julio just does crazy things against cover 0 and cover 1. And this is exactly what you should be looking for when it comes to rocket catching against your cover 0 and cover 1 metas. And then obviously we showed you that if there was a purple zone linebacker, they don't get out there quick enough. Now let's go ahead and show you the last thing I wanted to talk about, which is safety in a 25-yard purple here. So obviously this will be a little bit more of a challenge. We're going to try to get this ball out. And you see that because that player is breaking into that 25-yard zone from the safety position, that he's in a better spot. He doesn't have that drifting off the line. As you remember, this player kind of like backpedaled just a little bit too slowly into this area and then got out to the sideline too slow. Whereas this player is basically breaking outside straight to that route. And in this situation, if 43 was still back here, Julio probably holds onto this ball due to the mid-out elite or the deep-out elite. But because this player is going to break on this throw, that is going to cause Julio to drop this ball. Now, the good news is you guys know the counters. You know that 2-man under is going to be the way that players will get the defensive back to play it. And you know that if they want to sit in cover 1 and cover 0, that a safety has to be in a purple to stop it. So that means that they can't be in cover 0, because if you're in cover 0, the safety has to guard somebody. So we know that this defense can't stop it, but that this defense will. Well, what's that tell you? That tells you that you got a linebacker on a running back or a tight end that you could be able to match up nightmare and take advantage of. So my advice here is, if you're trying to build your scheme, this is something that you really work into it. And you know just for a fact that the way that they're going to counter it is going to open up a matchup nightmare at tight end. But that's kind of the next level of it. But that is today's video, guys. The no stick jetpack. This is something, again, that was on Gridiron Game Plans already last month. Just wanted to share it with you guys here on YouTube. Got a lot of people still complaining that man coverage is really, really tough. I agree. It's definitely a tough thing to beat. And I think that this is one of the better kept secrets, and I hope that you guys will add it to your offense. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and I'll see you guys in our next video. Until then, this is Zan. Get the lab in. Good luck.